Okay, we've got a new statement from AARO to go over, so let's talk about it. Get in here, this is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below. And yes, I have short hair now. Welcome to summer. Okay, here we go. This is from March 25th, so relatively new from AARO. By law, AARO may receive any U.A.P. related information at all levels of classification, regardless of special access requirements or whether it originated within DoD, the intelligence community, or any other USG department or agency. Read more on this here, and it directs us to this Office of Secretary of Defense. But basically, they're saying AARO can get anything they want about UFOs. They can delve into all the rabbit holes and all the special access programs, into the inner workings of the UFO control group, and they can get whatever they want. Is that true? Well, let's see. Joe Murgia talks about the Wilson Davis memo and how difficult it is to get access to this stuff. He says, from what I understand, this is not true, especially when there's an anomalous program hidden below the prosaic program. And even if the anomalous program is found, good luck getting access. Admiral Wilson found this out the hard way in 1997. Wilson, quoting from Wilson, after the crash retrieval program was almost outed in the past, a formal agreement was struck with Pentagon people, SAPOC, to prevent this in the future. Don't want to repeat. Special criteria were established in agreement. A special circumstance that must meet rigorous access criteria set by contractor committee. No USG personnel are to gain access unless they met the criteria. To be administered by contract committee, a program director, attorney, and a security director, irregardless of the tickets and position USG personnel possessed. Literally their way or the highway. Dr. Eric Davis asked, what are the criteria? Wilson says, I asked for that and they refused to give answer. I was mad. Implication is now. To me, they operate without official oversight or any justification. Politically dangerous place to be. Yeah, so Admiral Wilson tried to get access to the UFO control group, or at least part of it, UFO crash retrievals and reverse engineering, and he knocked on the door and was kind of admitted into the foyer and told there was a retrieval program, and that's about all he got out of it. And he was shown the door and told not to go back, or there would be repercussions for his career. And apparently he, was impressed by their threats, and that's as far as it went. We also know that Harry Reid, Senator Harry Reid, also tried to get access to the UFO control group, and he could not. He tried very hard to get access, and he got didn't get very far. Now, we also know the Aviary, the interesting UFO organization, with Hal Puthoff and Colonel John Alexander, also set themselves up to be attractive to the UFO control group. They were like, look at me, guys, we can add value to the UFO control group, let us in. So they tried a different way. Instead of knocking on doors and beating down doors like Tom Wilson did, they said, hey, look at us, we can add value to your group, why don't you let us in? Because they wanted to know what the hell was going on. How far did they get? I think they got further than either Harry Reid or Tom Wilson. Particularly, I think that John Alexander probably got some access. Who knows how far down those rabbit holes he went and what level of access he was granted. But I would be really surprised if Colonel John Alexander wasn't given some level of access. And we'll probably never know what levels he was able to obtain, because once you're read into these programs, you are almost certainly obligated to lie about them. Now he seems like a good guy. I think he's a very colorful figure within UFOlogy, within ufology, and I am very intrigued by Colonel John Alexander. Love to interview him someday. But we'll probably never know what all he knows. So what does this all have to do with AARO in their statement? Saying they can get access to anything they want to get access to. Well, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what they're able to get access to, because what really matters is their motivation and their will to get access to it. And instead of trying to dig out the truth of all this, they are actively trying to conceal it and obfuscate it and lie about it. The AARO report was, nothing but BS, and that's all they've done from the get-go. That is their job. They are Blue Book. They are worse than Blue Book. Blue Book at least said there were some unidentified, sightings that were anomalous. In the AARO report, they led one to believe that all sightings could be explained with the proper sensor data. In that, there were some anomalous sightings, sure, but if they had the right sensors, they could debunk those sightings. So worse than Blue Book, worse than Blue Book. And of course, it's no surprise, the lovely Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick is said to have created a special secret committee, and he had at least a couple of members of the UFO control group on that committee, the secret advisory board to AARO. And since then he has joined a company that is thought to be engaged in UFO crash retrievals and reverse engineering, and he has long been associated with murky programs like that. AARO is, they're not just some bureaucrats that are, forced to investigate something they have no interest in. They are part of the cover-up. Or at least Sean Kirkpatrick seems to be part of the cover-up, and I would be shocked if the new director is not part of the cover-up as well. We're unlikely to get a Carl Nell. As cool as that would be to get a Carl Nell, who is an ally of David Grush and who admits to the existence of these programs and may actually have been part of these programs. It's very possible he was part of these crash retrieval and reverse engineering programs, but we don't have any solid confirmation of that, but it's very suggestive what we do have. Now, anyway, so we're not likely to get him. That's not going to happen. We're gonna get another Sean Kirkpatrick. A lovely Sean Kirkpatrick 2.0 is what we're going to get. So AARO can say they have all the access they want all day long. It doesn't really matter because they're not motivated to actually get this access. And if they did get access, they wouldn't share it with the people. And I guess that's the critical part, right? They can get all the access they want, but as long as they are going to continue the cover-up, what's the point? So anyway, but I thought, hey, this is a new tweet from AARO saying they had this access. It's at least worth, bringing to your attention that they are making statements and making claims that they can do these things. So let me know what you think about AARO's recent statement in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Discord, links below. Love to see you guys there. If you wanted to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, consider grabbing a coffee mug or a t-shirt in the merch store below, or by becoming a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. Meanwhile, there are plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.